Yeah, there's other soccer fields on that side, so I was there first.
I was the one on
Yeah.
the other side, then I figured out it's this way. But then there's no way to reach that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very confusing. That's so yes.
Well, hello and welcome to the new home of Sydney Olympic Football Club in 2026. It is the christening of the crest for round 2 of the NPL New South Wales women's competition. Bo Clements with you here live for Football New South Wales as Manly United make the trip to the crest to take on Sydney Olympic. We'll have a look at how both sides will line up for this evening's match. Manly United coming off a 1-1 draw away to Macarthur Rams to kick off their season will line up with the following. In goal, number 1, Jodie Drever. Number 2, Phoebe Gilbane, the goal scorer for Manly last week. Number 3, Grace Arnold. Number 5, Nicole Stewart. Number 7, Chloe O'Brien. Number 8, Anita Zorden. Number 9, Emily Manette. Number 11, Lucy Richards. Number 15, Ellie Kerr. 17, Ariella Sabezas. And number 19, Hallie Smith. Rounds off the starting lineup. On the bench, number 10, Alexia Fauna. Number 12, Brinley Gentle. Number 14, Gemma Sweetnam. Number 26, Sarah Whelan. Number 28, Mackenzie Jeffs, and number 31, Chelsea McCready. Despite going down a goal early, it was Sydney Olympic who put a thrashing 6-goal reply to Northwest Sydney Spirit last week as they kicked off their campaign in emphatic style. Only the one change made to the sides. Number 1, Chloe Carmichael retains her spot in goal. Number 2, Lauren Nada. Number 3, Ava Arena. Number 4, Shelby Milton. Number 7, Lola Sassani. Number 10, Ruby Nathan. 11, Juliana Nicholas. 12, Bella Voice Yulden. 13, Dara Bordana, the change to this weekend's lineup. Number 17, Morgan Witz with a 4-goal catalogue last week. And number 28, Rochelle Borromeo. On the bench, number 8, Tiana Petkovsky. Number 16, Kira Belden. Number 19, Zoe Panagopoulos. Number 24, Isabella Antoniou. Number 29, Lacey Wynn. Number 34, Ella Philpott. Our officials for this evening, Isabella Vertkowski in the centre of the park. James Southern and Luke Calder are your assistant officials. The first home game at the Crest for Sydney Olympic in 2026. With the youth and women's portions of the club moving out to this beautiful facility. And the men's side still retaining Belmore for now. But with the growing demand for space in that area, real need for playing surfaces and facilities for all the number of teams and coaches to have access to. The Crest has certainly opened things up tremendously for Sydney Olympic. A number of training fields bound for in this quite huge complex. The Velodrome in the background of the athletic track. Feature of the 2000 Olympics. One more fixture left to play after this evening. UNSW and Western Sydney Wanderers out at the Village Green. Both sides picking up wins last week. Both 1-0 victories over Western Sydney Rangers and Wanderers down at Illawarra Stingrays, and which was quite a greasy game down in Dapto, down in Shell Harbour, I should say, after the fixture had been moved not once but twice. As Illawarra Stingrays were hoping to debut their new ground for 2026. But clear conditions in Western Sydney as the sun starts to fade over the horizon and the tree coverage begins to shadow the near side of the park. Sydney Olympic in the all blue, who will get us kicked off and running left to right. Sure to keep an eye on the number 17 in the blue, Morgan Witts. I'm sure Manly United coach Tom Hopley will have had plenty to say in the pre-game to his team in regarding to keeping her quiet. Goals coming from quite a number of scenarios. Good natural poaching instinct. Also that direct incisiveness, making runs through the channel. Isabella Vertkowski gives us the all clear. Witts with the early touch. Manly just happy to clear for now. Manly win back possession. Force long looking for Manette. Trying to get the 1-2. Nader just did enough. Vossi Yulden. Pokes it up for Sozai. Picked up a goal last week out at Christie Park against Spirit. Interestingly, that's Olympic actually found themselves behind. There was only one goal that Spirit scored. It was just utter domination from then. From the visiting side. Olympic ruthless in their pressing up front. Manly able to wriggle back possession, but some ill discipline turns it over. Borromeo. Very strong challenge. Sebezis still with it, but has the pocket picked. Great block there from Manly's defense. Manette looking to play up. Plays that hold up. Number 9 dropping in. Smith. Beautiful ball through for Stewart. Linesman's flag will pull that back up. Great awareness though from Hallie Smith, getting the nod. Was on the bench in last week's fixture. Carmichael. Gilbane, the Manly goal scorer last week, wins that aerial duel and looks to continue the run. Solid defensive cover from Sosai. It's really become such an important part for both wingers and fullbacks. It's really having two sets of wingers and two sets of fullbacks on either side of your team. The fluidity of overlapping football in today's modern game. Long ball looking for Ruby Nathan. Just gets beaten for pace there. But the hosts have their first corner of the evening. Delivery to the back post. Can't find a blue shirt. Nicholas trying to wriggle free of the marker. Smith. Fedkowski pulling that back for the foul on Smith. Bit of pinball in the middle. Manate. Clever little turn, but just couldn't thread the pass quite right. Stewart. Upended in the challenge, but Vertkovsky says nothing wrong there. Doing well there, forcing Olympic under pressure and ends up winning a throw-in. Great line of vision there from Olympic. Touch a tad too heavy from Sozai. Nicholas, great awareness though to go early. Ellie Kerr now gets stood up by Nader. Smith lashes one. Well worth the efforts. Quickly pouncing after winning back possession. Good delivery in from Ellie Kerr as well. Olympic looking to play out from the back, but had to just clear their lines in the end. They do eventually win it back though. Kerr. Delivery blocked by Baldana. Nader has stayed down for Olympic. Nader back on her feet now, which is great to see. No need for the trainer to intervene either. Zorden. Muscled away by Olympic. Gilbane tries to have a stab at it. Nada again. Back to the ground. It didn't look like there was much contact. Just maybe awkward footing initially, but looks in some discomfort. Hopefully nothing too serious, as the physio just has a quick check. Fairly even start in the opening 10 minutes. Smith with best chance so far a few moments ago for Manly United. Emily Manette certainly one of the more impressive Manly players, such a focal point in that attack. Holding the ball up really well and allowing the likes of Kerr and Stewart a bit more time to create their diverting runs. Looks like Zoe Panagopoulos will be coming on the field much earlier than expected. Nada leaves the field. Manette with the flick on. Manette taking this thing off the clearance, allowing Gilbane to get it down. And finding Manette, who rifles early. Great striker's instinct there. Very nearly catching out Carmichael. Olympic try to go route one. Pick up the second ball anyway. Sasai. Caught in two minds there. But Olympic certainly doing a lot better at picking up the second balls in midfield. But in saying that, a lot of that is coming off some poor distribution to begin with. But of course, still early days in the match and the season. Bit of a hairy moments there for Lucy Richards. Gets away with it in the end. Great composure in the area. Ball over the top for Stewart. Flag has gone up, which Isabella Vertkowski eventually pulls back. Zorden, strong header, sends it straight back. Carmichael. Gilbane returning serve, straight out wide to Kerr. Gilbane brought down. Such a great turn of pace. Phoebe Gilbane. Lola Sozai tries she might. Just didn't have the legs to get there in front legally. Another great chance for Manly United. Going short. Comfortable in the end for Carmichael, though. Strong header there from Richards. Sebezis. Kerr. Able to bring it down. Manit. Run through the middle. Zordon has a shot blocked. Now a chance for Sazai. Picking it back up here. Sebezis, right place, right time to cut it out. Making a bit of a mess of it. Here is Witz bearing down on goal. Eventually comes to naught. Both sides threatening in the attacking third early doors. Nicholas just running out of room there. Manly pick up another 15 yards or so. Manette. Richards. Nicholas. Lost out there and just slows the game down, bringing down Nicole Stewart. Zordon. Little too cute there, close to the sideline. Manette dropping off for Zordon. O'Brien. Great work there to evade the Olympic press. Smith in for Zordon. Kerr does brilliantly there to muscle away Panagopoulos. But Panagopoulos did just as well. Ends up with the foul to boot. Olympic clipping one onto the penalty spot. Been half dealt with. O'Brien heading it out wide. Bit awkward there as Manly look to pounce. They've got numbers. Stewart. The little stutter steppins. Tries to find a striker. Great intervention there from Milton. Gilbane looking to keep the pressure on. Stewart still going. O'Brien brought down. Manly will get another free kick. To the back post they go, looking for Gilbane. Similar position to last week. Sneaking in unmarked at the back post. This time just couldn't direct it goalward. Voice Yulden. Had Drever second guessing momentarily. Going long, dealt well there by Olympic. Arnold. Back for Drever. Smith, brilliantly done. Stewart, flag again. Raised against Nicole Stewart. That's 3 now against her name. Damaging Manly's attacking opportunities quite significantly. Witts taking it in her stride. Drive to the byline. Beautiful ball to the back post. Plucked out by Jodie Drever. Well done. Great combination there from Witts, finding Nicholas in the area. Great connection from Nicholas, met equally by the Manly United goalkeeper. Challenge there quite late. So Zayed just got the touch free, and her opposite number hacking her down. Verdkovsky coming over and having a word with Chloe O'Brien. Olympic firing one into the area, looking for Witts. Now Witts. Manly doing just enough. Zorden looked like she'd come off second best, but back on her feet, thankfully. Stewart. Rifling it down the line, and a bit awkward for Manette to take it in strides. Here's Witts, though, for Olympic. Brilliant challenge. Just over a quarter of the match played, still goalless here at the Crest. It's Olympic in the ascendancy. And this won't help Manly's chances. Borromeo, a bit of space to run into, just tries her luck. Richards got the better of one, but blocked by the second chance. Well, the second challenge, I should say. Stewart, though, picking it up for Manly, going diagonal for Kerr in the corner. Manette, the only target for Manly, but goes behind for a corner. Great opportunity for the visitors here. It's quite largely been Manly winning the first balls in the air, but Olympic doing a lot better of that recovery work. Kerr. Couldn't direct it goalward. The pressure will continue. Richards. Good turn by Stewart. Being grappled by Nicholas. Burkowski letting the play flow for as long as she deemed reasonable. Anita Zorden will take control of the set piece. Zorden over the wall. In the end, Carmichael able to collect. Nathan on the half turn. Fires wide for Witts. Just enough space to keep it in. Richards getting a foot in. Manly able to clean up. Manette. Brilliant hold-up play there from the number 9. Smith waiting for support. Where are the options? Really well done there from Stewart. Tries to get a ball in early. And it's such a focal part of this team. As I mentioned before, doing so well to incorporate her wingers into her hold-up play. Again, doing well there to hold off Milton. Manly with a ball. Line for another corner. Kerr again. Got the first touch, but can't direct it goalward. That's Manly certainly doing the first part right, and that's getting to the ball first. Gilbane, brilliant block. I have to say, between her and Manette, the two with quite an impact for Manly this afternoon. Hallie Smith as well, doing all that she can to retain the starting spot that she's been given this afternoon. As Witts went early, caught out Drever, but flag will mute the celebrations. In fact, it was Ruby Nathan. Kerr in behind. Very important block there from Sydney Olympic. Richards. Stewart gets a delivery in. Kerr wants to keep it alive. Kerr rewarded for her efforts. Winning Manly another corner. Zorden, or Gilbane, sorry, going down in the backfields. Smith look to get another delivery in. Can't get the direction on the cross. Olympic trying to build out quickly while Manly return to their stations. Nathan got the better of one, but Arnold blistering across. Thumbed clear, Manette. But touched a little too deft to set it into the path of Kerr. But has been rather impressive so far. And here she is again, trying to retain Manly possession. Stewart. Switches the play for Kerr. Taking it away though, Tara Baldana. Drever looking to go quickly for Manly, but Olympic catch them up high. Witts across the face of goal. Nathan dropping it off for Nicholas. Manly scramble really well. Zorden. Now is it the possibility of a counter-attack? Not quite. Voicey Yulden got the all-important intervention. Melton. Cut out by Manette. Voicey Yulden hot on the heels. And then feeding through Nicholas. Arnold. Another desperate lunging challenge. Just snags it away. Zorden just came in from behind there on Panagopoulos. Olympic from about 25 out. Lola Sazai and Juliana Nicholas both standing over this one. Nicholas over the wall. Treva happy to see it sail over. Manette brought down there. Milton ended up getting to the ball first. Vertkovsky has awarded Manly a free kick, but I don't believe at the spot where Manette had gone down. Manette creeping in unmarked. It's always quite difficult to wrap the body around the ball and direct it goalward. Another brilliant run from the number 9. As I mentioned before, Manly are doing significantly better in the air. It's more the ground game where Olympic are finding their feet. Smith. Last touch there coming off Witts. Manette. The flick on for Stewart. Square for Zorden. The shot just always rising, but not too far over the bar. Arnold picks it up for Manly. Zips it for Zorden, who helps it on its way to Stewart. Brilliantly done there to pick out O'Brien, but voice to Yulden. Again, an important intervention. But couldn't help it on its way to another Olympic player. Kerr looks to have gotten the better of Baldana. Square for Zorden. O'Brien rips one. A few meters off target. A few decent long-range efforts from Manly United. Still yet to turn one into a goal, though. But certainly Manly having a bit more control over the last 15 minutes or so. And looks to continue. Stewart's stopped by decisive challenge from Borromeo. But Olympic, they've got to be careful with these turnovers so high up the field for Manly, because you can only play with fire for so long until you get burnt. Arnold tried to have a second swipe at it. Manly will have another go regardless. Nathan hasn't fully dealt with it. Manly pop another one up. Carmichael takes command of that one. In behind, Nathan trying to get there. Ahead of Stewart. Having to play sweeper to prevent that counter-attack. O'Brien out over the side. A few minutes left in the first half. Can Olympic change the tone of the halftime team talk? Under pressure for the last 15 minutes or so. Arnold, they're winning the foul, but it's the Olympic player who's come off second best. Hopefully for Olympics' sake, they won't be forced into a second unplanned change. Lauren Nader off after about 10 minutes for Zoe Panagopoulos. If you are joining us a little later in proceedings this evening. Milton almost turning it back on the game. Thought it maybe lost the ball in flight, but won't matter in the end. Olympic with the foul. Wits. Out to the right-hand side, looking for Sozai, who's made the switch to the opposite flank. Arena. Great interlinking play from Olympic. Wits, the touch a little heavy, but able to reel it back under control. Little scrappy in the box. Manly clear their lines. Manette. Good pressure there from Milton. Manette trying to get the 1-2, but Return pass a little too heavy. Verdkowski having a quick glance at the watch. I believe there will probably be about 2 or 3 minutes of added time with that aforementioned Nader injury. Manette brought down by Voice Yulden. Bit scrappy in the middle, and it's continued. That's for now. Manly looking to break away down the left-hand side. Stewart. Square for Manette. Trying to manufacture a pass. Stewart's unable to find a target in the area. Richards setting up Stewart once more. Delivery hasn't been dealt with by Olympic. Goldana having to take evasive action. Put it behind for a Manly corner. Zorden look to swing it in. And what is possibly the last chance for the first half. Zorden to the front post. Richards. Back out to Zorden. Much better this time around. And Manly very nearly on the cusp of half-time. Break the deadlock. But we'll go into the sheds. Sydney Olympic 0. Manly United 0. Be back shortly for the second half. Live here from the Crest. Welcome back to the Crest for the second half in the round 2 NPL New South Wales women's clash between Sydney Olympic and Manly United. Still goalless as we enter the second 45, but both sides really with quite a few sort of half chances, but can't necessarily knuckle down on any clear-cut opportunities from either side. There's been quite a few long-range efforts from Manly United, a few set pieces which Sydney Olympic have been able to scramble out of the way. But nothing necessarily that you would consider to be troubling either goalkeeper significantly. As Kerr tries to hustle a corner out of the Olympic back line. Was, of course, that Juliana Nicholas attempt which called Drever into action. Tom Hopley, Manly United coach, quite happy with how his side worked through that opening 45. Just urging for more of the same and the goal will come. Ferdkovsky inadvertently cutting out the pass from Richards there from Manly. We'll get back underway. Gilbane was mightily impressive in that opening half. O'Brien being out there. Wits, terrific ball into the corner. Looking for Sozai there. Olympic get their first corner of the half. Two wingers staying on opposite flanks. Nicholas over to the left-hand side. In fact, I believe Sozai's come off at half-time. Just get confirmation on the replacements. Olympic look to the front post, but O'Brien's there to answer the call. Olympic win it back high. Great take from Drever. Minette just has her feet taken out beneath her by the ball. Olympic look to pounce. Nathan just couldn't get the strike in her stride. Olympic starting to build a few connections down the sideline. Valdana. Nicholas. 1-2, just too much on it. Some good early combination play. Panagopoulos linking up there with Juliana Nicholas. Arnold. Kerr. Gilbane. Early throw, Minette. Pops it up. It's Stewart. Unfortunate there not to meet the run of Kerr. Zorden for Manly United. Tees it up to the front post, Kerr. Got a touch to it, but nothing more. O'Brien wriggles it out now for Kerr, goes back across. Olympic come away with it, Witts. Knocked off balance, but was able to get it out. Gilbane. Strong challenge there, but went to ground and a bit awkward there with the railing on the edge of the athletic track. Already with a few fingers taped up. Dana for Olympic. Few unmarked blue shirts. Gilbane ended up getting there in the end, but the flag doing the bidding for Manly. Zorden. It's been tremendously orchestral thus far for Manly United. Nathan trying to see off Arnold, but too much on the pass. Manette does brilliantly there. Pass can't be matched though. Gilbane keeping the pressure on. Nicholas just having a, well, receiving a talking to by Isabella Vertkowski. Those two coming together again. Still yet to see anyone in the book. Zorden wraps one to the back post. Manette swings at it. It'll tease its way towards the goal line, and eventually Beldana, with Kerr bearing down, will give Manly a corner. Manly with all of their numbers streaming in from the back post. Nathan. Sort of caught between turning herself and helping it on, and was Richards in the end intervening. Over the top for Nicholas. Going early. Very comfortable in the end for Driva. Manette. Just a step behind Kerr there. Quick check of the scores around for the round 2 women's fixtures. RPL Lightcut 2-0 victors over Hills United, courtesy of a letter brace. Bulls Academy 2-1 over the MacArthur Rams. Cervezas back to her centre half partner in Arnold. Good turn there. Ball finds its way out to Kerr on the right-hand side for Manly. Great challenge there from Nicholas. Gilbane with a delivery in for Manette, who couldn't turn it in. Stewart just meeting the side netting. Now that's certainly Manly's best chance of the game. Smith. Still going. Carmichael, under the pressure of Manette, just hoofs it up in the air. Olympic, as I mentioned before in the first half, Manly doing quite well to win those first aerial duels, but Olympic's recovery process has been quite tremendous in picking up those second balls. Western City Rangers 5-1 victors over NWS Spirits, so quite a difficult start to the campaign for the girls from Christie Park. Zorden going left for O'Brien. Manette down the channel. Milton finds her goalkeeper. Zorden's touch too heavy again. Olympic win the second ball. Sydney University 4-1 victors out at Cladesville Ravens as well. Draw our attention back to the crest. Just shy of an hour played. Either side yet to make a case to take the 3 points home just yet. Mentioned before, UNSW and Western Sydney Wanderers the late fixture for this evening. So they look to get underway momentarily out at the Village Green. Tom Hopley yet to make a change to this Manly side. Sebezis very nearly had the pocket picked by Ruby Nathan. She continues here to press on. Drever out to Kerr. Stopped there by Baldana, and the Olympic fullback winning a foul for her efforts as well. Verdkowski still yet to add any names to the black book. Baldana lifts one in. This dangerous for Olympic here. Can they poke it in? Wits. Not well underneath that. But Isabella Verdkowski deemed there was a deflection that took it away from goal. Again, a great delivery from Baldana to that front post. Last one being ruled out by an offside. Much better this time around. Olympic still in with half a chance. Again, offside flag against Panagopoulos. Arnold teeing up the run of Zorden. Just let it go, but Borromeo did well there to cut it out before Manette could get a touch on it. O'Brien switches across to Richards. Arnold through the middle. Now all of a sudden Manly look to have opened up Olympic a little bit here with Kerr. Great recovery challenge from Baldana. Manly with that quick transition. Olympic committing numbers forward, trying to pressure that back line. Very high risk, high reward style of play. Manly go to the front post. It's dealt with half by Olympic. Will go again into the area. Manette climbed above the rest, but that was about all she could amount to this time around. Nathan. Still going Nathan. Rode the advantage as long as possible, Verdkowski, but eventually pays Olympic another free kick. I'm quite surprised here that Baldana's not on this one. Instead it'll be Voici Yulden with the in-swinger. Goes to the back post this time, calling Drever into action. Had that well under control. Tries to loop the throw for O'Brien. As Ellie Kerr is brought to the bench. Manly United making their first change of the afternoon. Coming on number 28, Mackenzie Jeffs. Smith. To the left-hand side for Stewart's. Olympic dispossessor. Manette. That's brilliant. Hold-up play there from the number 9 yet again. Smith. Has done well to state her case in keeping a starting midfield role here for Manly United. Ball across the face of goal. And Jess very nearly with her first involvement of the evening, finding Manly's opener. Just sort of too much on it for Manette, but not enough on it for Jeffs. Wits brought down. Certainly not as influential as last week, but such a extremely difficult act to follow after scoring 4 in round 1 last week. Jeffs loses out there to Wits. Gilbane, brilliantly done there. Arnold does well to open up that half a yard. Manette hounding down Borromeo. Sebasis, an important intervention, but Borromeo takes it straight back. Jeffs can't get a touch. Olympic will take control. Still about a quarter left in the match. Gilbane down the line for Manette. Who copped a bit from behind from Borromeo. Zorden will have another opportunity to put one into the mixer. Again, Manly line of stern at the back post. That's where Zorden will go. First touch from Olympic. Zorden going again, but Manly players hadn't got back on side to make that run in behind. Wits. Arnold takes it in stride, still going. Just ran into traffic there and eventually wins the foul. Arnold puts it up. Jeffs, brilliant touch. Valtana coming behind to put it away. Ends up coming off worse for wear. As Jess didn't really see her coming, was just more focused on getting that delivery in. Physio yet to be called in here. Still down on her haunches, but looks like she will be able to remain in the game for now. O'Brien picking it up in the middle, under pressure from Nathan. Well done there by Olympic. Arnold. Not enough direction. Olympic there caught offside. Reprieve for Manly United, who gifted possession in quite a dangerous area. Manette calling for that long ball. Jeffs will end up being the recipient for this one. Valdana still with lots to do. Jeffs, that's great physical exertion. Zorden just loses out there in midfield. Fatigue just starting to settle in. A few misplaced passes and wayward challenges. Jeffs. Manly not committing too much forward just yet. Arnold bursting onto the scene, winning it back for Manly. Zorden, that's brilliant. Brought down there by Voice Yulden. He's let quite a lot go disciplinary-wise, as Vertkovsky. Let the flow of the game handle itself this afternoon. Zorden fangs one in the middle, but Carmichael the recipient in the end. Trying to keep it alive, Manly, but Olympic win it back in midfield. There's a brilliant switch, but Cervezas just got in the trajectory. Valdana, brilliant. Jeffs. Brilliant recovery challenge after losing out originally. Gilbane. Terrific. Arnold lunging. Just a little scrappy at the back momentarily for Manly. And really well structured, particularly on this right-hand side with Gilbane and Arnold. Full credit to as well. So Bezos and Richards on that left-hand side for Manly. Stewart trying to find the overlap. Just hitting an Olympic shirt. Manly will Retain possession though, as the number 9 for Manly, Emily Manette, has her number called. Very impressive performance in that hold-up role. Very agonisingly close to finding Manly's goal this afternoon, but wasn't quite to be. Coming on to replace her is the number 12 of Brynley Gentle. Tom Hopley hopes perhaps she will be the answer to Manly's prayers. Gentle trying to link up play. O'Brien got the first touch. Gilbane wasn't quite sure where it was. And now Olympic, can they capitalise? Not quite this time. Drever looks to set Riches on her way early. Zorden. Saw her name in light and wanted to try the audacious. Didn't quite get the contact she was looking for. Richards. Stewart goes square, but not a Manly player in sight. Here they are now, though. Zorden. Gentle. Read well there by Milton. A robust challenge from Olympic. Stewart. Rifling it through the shins of Nicholas. Gentle, that's a brilliant turn. Chance to go across. Rattling the woodwork. Eventually, I believe, offside on Jeff. On Jeff, sorry. Wow, what an introduction that would have been for Brynley Gentle. Just the roll of the shoulder and taking it on early. So Anita Zorden, number 8 off for Manly United, coming on number 26, Sarah Whelan. Gilbane. Right idea, but just hadn't materialised. Gilbane will go again, though. Flick on for Stewart. Carmichael nestles it in her arms. O'Brien as well for Manly has left the field. We'll just wait for confirmation on who her replacement was. Arnold, that's a terrific challenge. Not only they time it right, but then also winning the goal kick to boot. Number 10 of Alexia Former is Claire O'Brien's replacement. So number 26, Sarah Whelan, and 10, Alexia Fauna on. So Hopley tries to mix things up in the last 12 odd minutes. Great turn from Arnold, going long. Milton hasn't fully dealt with it. In behind, Gentle. Sydney Olympic do enough to recover. But the pressure is mounting the girls from Cromer Park. They look to keep battering on down the door, and Olympic, just as I mentioned that, giving away a penalty. No rebuttal from Sydney Olympic there. Quite a clear-cut decision for Isabella Vertkovsky. Manly from 12 yards. Carmichael sent the wrong way, and Manly United have their goal. Brynley Gentle off the bench and on the score sheets. Would come so very close to scoring only moments ago. It's a much easier task from 12 yards this time around. And for all of their pressure in the last 10-15 minutes or so, they are so well worth that goal. And Olympic could reply very, very nearly. Drever goes high and wide looking for Jeffs. Jeffs getting the block, pressure from Manly. They force the turnover. Shot well there from Former. Carmichael able to slide across. Jeffs, that's been brilliant since coming on, sorry. Gilbane. Lovely footwork there to beat the first two, but just too many blue shirts. As Drever was very well off her mark, able to intervene. Never looked like it was going to trouble her too much anyway, but worth the effort initially from Olympic. Jeffs sent to chase after a ball which had far too much on it. Olympic make another change. Juliana Nicholas, number 11, off, and number 8, Tiana Petkovsky, makes her way onto the crest. So Olympic get another foul. Still enough time that they don't have to sort of rush things and abandon their playing style. Jess lost out there. Richards. Well done there from Sarah Whelan with a quick turn of pace. Arnold. Manly not committing too much further forwards. That's Stewart very nearly putting the scares on Carmichael. That's the Olympic goalkeeper. Eventually took the reins. 5 to go, thereabouts, for Manly to hold on to this 1-goal advantage. Gilbane launches it down the line. Out for another throw-in. Keeps. Carmichael. Olympic bringing it out from their own end. Trying to play the long ball, but Sebazis is there unchallenged. Gilbane. Quick throw for Smith. High foot there from Jeffs. Smith and Zorden, but in particular Smith, just so impressive in dictating the tempo in that number 8 role this afternoon. It's the glancing header from Whelan's gone the wrong way, and Olympic will look to pounce. Not quite from Panagopoulos. Drever. First touches off an Olympic player. Long ball for Stewart down into the corner. Tees up her options. Looks for Gentle. Still with it, Gentle. Can she seal it for Manly? And the substitute with a late brace. And that will surely seal the deal for Manly United. A brilliant spray down the line from Alexia Former. Nicole Stewart sizes up the options. And Gentle with a real poacher's effort to put it behind for her second. And they've really dominated this latter stage of the second half, have Manly United. Olympics still, though, with time to reply. They can maybe snag one here. Chance is still alive, but Manly do well to ride the challenge. Stewart. Quite beneficial off the deflection. Not on for a hat-trick, is she? Yes, she is. Brynlee Gentle, in a matter of moments, has got 1, 2, and 3. And full credits to Nicole Stewart for chasing down that 50-50 ball. Unselfish in teeing up her striker, who comfortably slots it behind for her hat-trick of the season. Full credit as well to Tom Hopley for making that change. Manette, who'd been so influential in holding up the ball. And it might even get worse here for Olympic as Jeffs looks to get a ball in. Manette was doing so well at holding up the play, but Hopley looking for a more direct threat on goal, and Gentle has certainly been that in the 15-odd minutes that she's been on. Five shots on target for Manly United, and 3 of them worth the big ones. Olympic, after putting 6 in the Spirit net last week, have struggled to find those highs 2 weeks in a row. So we enter the closing stages of the match. Gentle, the glancing header, looking to take a page out of Witz's book and go for 4 this week. Brilliantly won there by Smith. I've no doubt she should retain that starting spot next week. It's been such a great display. She looks to put in Manly again for a 4th. And Vertkovsky again pointing to the spot. Brilliant run through the middle from Whelan. Great little run there from Smith through the middle. Cutting past 1 and 2. And then the weight on the pass was absolutely spot on. Gentle lining up. And not quite this time, off the crossbar. Looking to add her 4th. Always quite difficult having to take that second penalty in the same game against the same goalkeeper. The sort of battle of the nerves is so much stronger. The goalkeeper sort of seeing your technique and where you've gone in that first instance, trying to go up the middle in a different direction. Ends up empty-handed. Still, though, time for Manly. They want another. They go Gentle's way. Carmichael comes out to collect this one. Former. Zabazis. Arnold. This is a brilliant run. Forces a very, very impressive save from Carmichael. Manly, they've really just gone up a gear or two in the last 15 minutes. And you'd have to think, even without the penalty, that that goal would have eventuated, but they've taken full advantage of Olympic having to step out of their shape and try and chase the game. To the back post, Manly go. They'll try to recover it. But Petkowski puts it out. Brilliant performance on the road yet again from Manly United. They held on for so long, Sydney Olympic, but Brynley Gentle with a hat-trick in the last quarter of an hour. The difference here this evening as Olympic are unable to collect any points in their first game at the Crest. Full time here, it finishes Sydney Olympic 0, Manly United 3. I've been Beau Clements. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and be sure to tune in next week for more NPL New South Wales women's action.